Hello guys and welcome back to LA Noire. So we are now on the 5th case for the homicide desk, the secretary murder, and so after that case we've got one more case on homicide, and then homicide is done and we'll be moving on to the vice desk. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go. Walking around a train yard? Is she ill?
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year.
Captain Gordon Leary. I thought his name's Donnelly.
Now's not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Right, let's get a move on then.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Shut up, Rusty. Shut up. Shut it, you muppet. Right, anyway. Do. Right, well, pawnbroker's the first location it's giving us, so we'll go there first, then we'll check on
You've got to admit, this is
new
looking
dead
odd.
body.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators,
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before,
He ran, for God's sakes.
and he always maintained he was set up.
Come on. Fuck's sake.
Jesus, Phelps?
Right.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
50 bucks?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Alright, let's have a look. Let's see.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Right. And this one.
Does this mark mean
22
anything?
carats.
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Right.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Fake address as fuck, that. But whatever. But whatever. Right, off to the rail yard we go. Fake.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is
Fake.
bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
This officer needs help.
She's doing at the moment.
Officer needs help. Bank of
Fake.
America 7th and Olive at 211 in progress and shots fired.
Which he's doing at the moment, so it won't be long. It won't be long. Nice, here we are.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. You got it?
Not been stripped.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson
Right.
found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
I got this gadget whiz guy with a recording device.
Right, let's have a look around. This body hasn't been stripped either, so this could be purely unrelated to... Is his name the werewolf? I think his name's the werewolf. Let's have a look at the body. Let's have a look at the body. Okay, bludgeoned.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong
Right.
smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Okay. Ring's not been torn off, so she wasn't married, and if she was, she wasn't showing she was. A ring's been torn off this
Another
finger,
missing
though.
ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be
It
more
does.
exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Right. So we've got a purse here. I forgot. What's this? St. David Street, 11 Bridgeport, Connecticut. Dear Evelyn, I hope that this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. But I am not writing to harass and accuse. I am writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl and what she is doing to herself. You are destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it is harder for me to watch than you can imagine. But only God the Almighty above us has the right to judge, and so I beg your forgiveness. I've been in contact with a sanctuarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. You only need to check yourself in. It will not... And then it's been torn.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Oh, what's this?
We could go
Keystone
over to the
Film
lot and see
Company.
what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Right. this?
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Mench's Bar, corner 9th and Main. What's this? Evelyn's Liquor Store.
Shit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Well, Levine's Liquor Store, sorry. 2 large suitcase, 1 suitcase, bedroll, pillow, plain bed sheet, 3 photo frames, hairbrush, bowling pin, statuette, makeup, clothes. Bowling pin? How very... interesting. Okay, let's talk to this fella.
Detective
How you doing?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
What's your name?
Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your detail?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Alright. Hello.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against
Thanks
the
for that,
law.
Rusty.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Thanks for that, Rusty. Lipstick.
Classic Carmine.
Smudged.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop!
Punch him again.
Don't hit him.
Let him. Fuck him. Punch him again.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Okay.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick in her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Discovery of victim's body.
Found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Yeah, but you didn't call it in, though, did you? The other fella did.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came
Right.
through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
That's Clyde. Fucking dirty bastard. I wouldn't have stopped Rusty if I was Cole. Fuck it. There's times when police brutality is needed. That was one of them.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
Oh, shame. Right, Mench's Bar. Off we go. I can't remember how we got here. Ah, over there.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, The Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
Well, they did.
People of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Actually, I think it was a queen, but sure.
I've always found the siren useful in situations like this.
Yeah, but I'm not really chasing anything. It'd be unlawful use. I'm speeding, yes, but I don't really care. I don't really care. The driving in this game feels so smooth. Feels like you're gliding along the pavement or along the road. Again, I want to apologise if I sound a bit weird today. I'm still ill. Feels like I'm being choked, but that's alright. I'm into that. I like being choked. What's with the music? Why is it so... I don't even know. I don't even know what the word would be to describe it. I don't know musical terms. Whatever. Whatever. Let's keep going. Ah! Hello. Mench's Bar.
Drink, fellas. Phelps.
Yeah, no thank you.
We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Alright. A bunch of these guys,
What's
you
your
say.
name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a
McCaffrey.
starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Last contact with victim.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
I don't believe you.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Criminal
Do you
history.
have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
You're holding
Want
out
to
on
save
me.
me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Alright. Is he the only fella in here? Can I interrogate you? What about you?
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute.
Me.
You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Okay.
You're free to speak to the regulars. Just don't shake them too hard.
What's back here? Note. Oh. Must be someone else we can talk to here.
Advice?
I say we try the liquor store next. I could get a short dog for the car.
Why does it still want me to come here, though? What have I got in this car? Lay that pistol down. Lay that pistol down. Right. I've spoken to you.
At the moment, all I want to do is talk to the bottom of my glass.
Spoken to you. Spoken to you. Is that a newspaper? No. Right. Slightly weird. Don't know what the fuck's going on. But, whatever. Liquor store. We might have to come back here later. That might be why it's not.
What did you make of
They're
McCaffrey?
going so well.
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. A 211 in progress and shots fired. Get to handle code 3 identified.
Right, whatever. We're here. Fax machine. Wines and liquors. The Veen's liquor store. Good evening.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Right. Cola King.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Now, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
No,
We'll take a
guess
look.
not.
She wasn't always such a loner.
The book?
Evelyn was reading Aristotle.
Aristotle.
Evelyn wasn't
Metaphysics.
stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Huh.
And she was borrowing books
Grover
from
McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Interesting.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Was there a bowling pin? Rolling's bowling.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Don't think she did.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Oh. Contact with
We're
victim.
trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Okay.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Interesting. Relationship
You
with
and Evelyn
victim.
close, Mr. Robbins.
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Okay.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Knowledge of
You know a friend
McCaffrey.
of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
I think you're holding out on me there, mate.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society.
I see.
You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
I can.
Thanks for your
Thank
help,
you very
Mr.
much.
Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Right. Well,
11 King. 11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
well, unfortunately, I'm going to keep him waiting a second because I'm going to go back to Menchase real quickly. Because I want to make... Because I've now got some evidence I can use against that fucking prick. He said he didn't really know her that well, right? And I've got a fucking book with his name in it in her possessions. You better still fucking be there. Otherwise, I'm going to get a bit angry.
That's the guy from the papers.
That it is, thank you very much. Oi. You. Yeah, I do have another thing.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You lying sack of shit, what about the book?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces.
Oh, I've got a fucking royal flush, mate. Trust.
I barely knew the woman.
Trust me, I've got a royal flush.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag.
You saw them do that? You saw them do that, did you? That's interesting. Why do you know exactly where she was, exactly what she was doing, exactly who she was with? It's a very interesting conundrum. Yep, there we go. It's been crossed out. Right, off to Central we go. Off to Central we go. And then we'll head to the bowling alley. Central's literally straight down this road and then a left. Which ain't too bad. Which ain't too bad at all. We'll just keep moving. Just keep moving. Come on. Come on. Move out the damn way. Come on. Oh shit. I'm crashing. It's alright. Alright. Made it. Right, who are we looking for here exactly? Well, I'm assuming the captain.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Oh, that's interesting. What's Ray and Carruthers doing here?
What's this about?
Well, I know why Ray's here,
Ray
but
and Mal
Carruthers.
have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
Yep.
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
That was a very interesting one.
Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me.
Alright. Need an address for McCaffrey. I'll use the phone here.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
1247.
That's who we're after now, is it?
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Okay, cool. Right, we're gonna go to the bowling alley though first.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What's it got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Wow. Textbook police work, Rusty. Textbook. No wonder you've had 3 failed marriages. Right, off to Roland's bowling alley, and then we'll head to McCaffrey's apartment. I didn't like this car at first, but it's grown on me. Don't know why, but it's grown on me. Hello. Yeah, guys, did you hear about Resident Evil Code Veronica getting a remake and Resident Evil 0? They're both getting remakes. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to those. I mean, this does mean Resident Evil 9's been delayed, but I really don't care, to be honest.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Right, so he's behind the lanes. I wonder, if we walk on the lanes, will we slip? Let's try. Let's try. No. If we did, that'd have been funny.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Fucking hell, he's got a nice car.
There!
Oh, nice.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Yeah, fuck
These
you,
are
Rusty.
flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes
Very.
attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Don't go to sleep on me. Give me back your clothes.
He just fucking
Another
ankle snapped
runner.
me.
Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they
Oh, I'm
always
fuming.
run? I'm sure we've got the
I'm
wrong person
fuming.
in more than one of these
This is
homicides,
personal
but they
now.
always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he
Yeah,
runs into a wall
and vehicle
saves us
theft.
all the trouble. I tried to shoot out his tire. Wish me luck.
He's fucking ill, this fella. What is he doing? Why is he driving like this for? He is fucking ill.
Looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it. You gotta get me closer. That is the end of that. About fucking time.
Right, we got him, but we are in a train tunnel.
LAPD!
Jesus Christ. Right, off to McCaffrey's. Rusty, you're driving. Oh, we got the nice motor too.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Still got the nice motor. I'll let you drive it. Go on. Go on, I'll let you drive it. Right, we're here. McCaffrey's apartment. 5:15. Okay. Apartment 308, was it? Rifle caliber. Actually. Right, we're in. Right, we're in. Hello. Oh, the other side of the letter. Now, isn't that interesting? Take long before you are healed. I can't read that one. And, I think that's an and. And you can come... Anna, you can come name... What? What the fuck? Anyway, I have put your things back into your bedroom with a lock on the door for your privacy. And you can come and go as you please. I will come for you and you can return to your normal life. I know your address has changed, so I cannot be sure this letter will find you, but I pray that it does, and that you consider what I have said. I love you very much, and I pray every night that you are safe, and that one day you will knock on my door, and the rift between us will be mended. With love and understanding, your mother, Augusta Summers.
At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
It's very sad. Oh dear. Oh dear.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look,
Very
lady,
much so.
we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Citation? What, for being drunk and handling
Stab your
avians?
husband and then push him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover,
Say.
McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Come on, let's go.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
It's free, dog. Stay and fight the good fight. I'm not getting clotheslined. Guess again. Guess again. I am not getting clotheslined. Come back here, motherfucker.
Give it up, LAPD!
God damn it. He's going for that car. Oh no, he isn't. Come on, I've got you. I've got you. I've got you. Come here, you bastard. Come here, you bastard. Let me do it. Let me do it. Why does it not let me do it? There we go.
Don't make me
Come here,
chase
you
you!
bastard. Come here, you bastard.
McCaffrey,
Got it.
you're under arrest
Got
on
it.
suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We got him. We got him.
Get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be
Yeah.
McCaffrey.
Oh.
Unless Tyranny set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
No.
Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
I will. I will indeed. Come on. Right, back at Central. We're back at Central.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them.
Alright. On it, Cap.
Young films.
Right, let's go interview Turner.
I want to make
He's in one, right?
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Relationship
Can
with
you
victim.
describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Why were you going into a hotel room with
Lie
her
to
then?
me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
If you say you barely knew them, that also implies that you weren't friends.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Victim's last book
Aristotle's
found.
Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this
Go on
on
now.
you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
Alibi for
You and
James
Evelyn were
Tiernan.
drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
What about the liquor purchase?
lying, Tiernan.
The rye, the
fighting
quarter of rye, or whatever it
Fought.
was.
And
I'm not lying. She got up and left. That was it.
Okay. You have to fucking shout at me. Shout at me again like, "Aye, you little prick, I'll break your fucking leg."
she left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Access to a murder weapon.
Car, Tiernan.
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Okay.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
I got that impression.
Evelyn was
I'm not
missing the
charging
ring
him.
from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Not yet, he isn't. But depending on our conversation with McCaffrey, that could change.
Now the DA wants my head.
I do want to finger McCaffrey for this, though. To be honest, I mean he's a bit of a prick. Don't like him at all. Not bad.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Alibi for McCaffrey.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Very interesting. But why do you have a torn piece of a
Lying,
letter?
McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
The letter, my friend. Torn letter. Wait, is there another one, or is it just that one? Just that one.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Access to a tire iron.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Tiernan's accusation, I think we can use it on this one, can't
The
we?
evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Tiernan fingered you, my friend.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Oh, interesting. Why can we use the phone? Let's just use the phone real quickly, because we can use this for a reason.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective.
It says labor disputes.
Under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he
Oh.
beat the woman to death.
Oh.
Thanks, ma'am.
Isn't that interesting? Anyway, we have another question for Tiernan first, before we...
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
Events prior to murder.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning. Very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
Okay, but we've got an accusation now,
You're
mate.
lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Well, McCaffrey's accusation, he says, right, that you gave him the things for him to dispose of.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box. And
The box?
he said I came in with him last night.
What box?
He said that I killed Evelyn. And that it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, Detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it.
I don't think it was him, though.
Was it me?
I don't think it was.
Wait here.
I don't think it was him.
I never fired my gun.
Military
You were
service.
in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before
You didn't
that
pass
had
training.
only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
But you have, because you nearly beat a woman to
Lying,
death.
McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Your criminal record, mate, where it says that you're known for beating women.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it?
He's threatened by women who are smarter than him.
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book. And she got what was coming to her.
I'm charging you.
Governor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Thank you very much, Captain. Appreciate the assistance. Okay, what's now? The studio secretary murder. Clues found 17 of 17. Questions correct 16 of 16. Got some city damage and vehicle damage coming in. Case notes: Grosvenor McCaffrey can write a tell-all memoir from his cell on death row. Case closed. 5 stars. I feel like we're going to get a flashback to the warrior from Cole. We are.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon's in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Namboos?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Namboos and Enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Thanks, Jack. Yeah, I'm curious, guys. How many people would actually play... I know this is a very big what if. I don't think Rockstar would ever do this. But how many people would play a game set before the events of L.A. Noire and it's Cole in the war? You know? I wonder how many people play that. I think I would, personally. But anyway, I'm going to end this off here. So as always, thank you guys very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in a bit.